And after forever waiting, as the PBG guys say, Charlie Kane, the vampire hunter. He has one will, one book, one fist, one foot. Traits. He's civic and socialite. He has 3 additional ally slots. Cool. Fast action during skill tests you're performing. Exhaust an ally asset you control. For this test, you get +1 skill value plus an additional +1 skill for each skill icon the ally asset has that matches the type of test. Elder Sign effect +3, ready an ally asset at your location. Yeah, he seems like he'll be interesting. He. I don't know, assets are expensive, especially allies. But he is our second neutral investigator ever since Carcosa, and he's way better than Lola Hayes because she's just got awful. Treachery is burden of leadership. Weakness, it is a flaw. Revelation, if you control no ally assets, shuffle burden of leadership back into your deck. Otherwise, for each ally asset you control, either exhaust it or deal 1 direct damage and 1 direct horror. That's really not too bad. That's a pretty soft weakness, actually. I mean, yeah, you're missing out on soak, so what? And then for his thing, we have 3 costs, double wild, which is Bonnie Walsh, his loyal assistant. Allied civic assistant, Charlie Kane deck only, reaction after you exhaust Bonnie Walsh. Rate another ally asset, limit once per round. Yeah, she's pretty good. Double wild. So Charlie Kane would get +1. So it's a 4 from her just alone, and she ready someone else. She soaks for 2 and 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, Mr. Vampire Hunter, you gonna live up to your rep? Deck size 30, deck creation, choose 2 classes. Guardian, Seeker, Rogue, Mystic, or Survivor. Deck building options. Ally card 0 to 5, neutral card 0 to 5, and cards your choice class 0 to 2. That is really flexible and he has access to all the allies. That is awesome. Deck building requirements. Bonnie Walsh, Burden of Leadership, 1 random big. Okay, pretty standard. Yeah, Charlie Kane's neat. You can build a lot of weird jank decks with him. That's that's pretty cool. I'm glad they're going down this path of building better neutral investigators. But I think he might be a little OP. And I don't know if that's just to make up for how bad Lola is. Man, Lola just gets no love. We have our neutral cards now, and our last customizable card, the Hyperphysical Shotcaster. Tis a theoretical device. Alright, this is going to be a bunch of nonsense. So, cost 4, pitch for a wild. It is an item, relic, weapon, and firearm. Customizable shotcaster. Customizable uses 4 Aether. If Hyperspherical Shotcaster has no Aether, discard it. Action, spend 1 Aether, resolve the manifestability of the Shotcaster's current form. Exhaust the Shotcaster and charge form to 1 you have unlocked on the upgrade sheet and has an slot. This thing is completely worthless unless you actually start doing upgrades to it. It's just a dead card until you start adding equipment or upgrades. So we have Rail Shooter. Shotcaster has this manifest fight. Any skill deals 1 damage. Okay, so this is what I've been wanting forever, except it's not the way I wanted it done. Telescanner. Shotcaster has manifest investigate. Investigate any skill, discover and clear reveal location instead of your location. Translocator. Shotcaster has manifest evade. Attempt any skill before any location. Okay. This is just a really weird, customizable, fit your stats card that they decided to make a gun. Reality Collapser, have a Shotcaster for manifest, test any skill 3. If you succeed, discard complete a non-weakness structure that is not attached to an elite enemy. Okay. Matter Weaver, Shotcaster has for manifest, choose an asset in your hand, test any skill. Actually, the asset's cost, you see, play the asset at no cost. We have Arithmetic Link, Hyper Shotcaster interplay 2 additional Aether, and Power Configuration. While using the manifest ability, you get +2 skill value. I do not like this card. It can't do anything until it comes out into play. I don't think it's that powerful. It's definitely flexible, but it's not powerful enough for me to care about this card. I don't even like these upgrades. I've always wanted just a neutral do +1 damage weapon, but I don't like this. I don't like this thing at all. So we have tool belt, 2 cost asset, pitch for a brain. It's clothing. Each attached asset takes no slots, and text boss is treated over blank except for traits. Fast action, exhaust 2 belt. Choose one of the attached tool assets from your player to switch the tool assets from. Takes a body slot. It's a pocket dimension for tools. That's kind of neat. I don't know how many tools I'll be running. Soul Sanctification, it's an asset, costs nothing. It's exceptional and permanent, so it really costs 6 XP. Ouch. For every point of damage or horror you heal access to the investigator's current damage or place 1 resource on Soul Sanctification as an offering, still counts as healing. Spend an offering, get +2. That's a pretty fun card, especially if you can get it to pull off continuous, like Carolyn Fern and Pete. We have upgraded flashlight. Wish they changed the art, but whatever. 2 cost, 3 XP, pitch for a book and a foot. It's an item and a tool, uses 4 supplies, and perform a skill test while investigating or attempting to evade. Spend 1 supply, this test gives -2 difficulty. Yeah, all they did was add evade to that. 1 extra charge. Cost the same, I believe. 3 XP. I don't know if that's worth the extra charge. That's pretty expensive. It's fair, but I don't think it's worth it. The only neutral event we have costs 3. It is refine. Pitch for brain or foot. Supplied. And double? What a weird trait. As an initial cost, player finds, spend an action. Okay, whatever, says 2 actions. Immediately mark a checkbox on an upgrade sheet for a customizable card you own, even if it's not in play. Max once per game for each investigator. Could be worth it. It's really, what do you call it? What's that mystic card? Delve? Not Delve. Delve, right? Man, I gotta stop staying for 24 hours. Yeah, it's pretty much a delve. So it seems like each class got their own weakness. So we have an event that costs 1 underprepared. Affects survivors only. Play if only underprepared is the only card in your hand and you have exactly 1 resource in your resource board. While underprepared is your hand, each card you commit to a skill test consider 1 fewer matching skill icons. Well, Dark Horse Survivor from now on if I get that. I love the trait of Blunder. God, an event that costs 10. It's like Preston's. Pay your debt. It's a pact. Of course, only affects rogues. Additional cost pay your due. You may spend any number of additional actions. Reduce its cost by 5 for each initiative. So basically giving up your turn. Force, if you play with your hand at the end of the turn, reveal and take 1 damage. Yeah, just lose a turn. And then we have Quantum Paradox. Of course, it affects Seekers because they love math or science or whatever they do. As initial cost, play Quantum Paradox. You must choose and discard 4 other cards in your hand. If Quantum Paradox is in your hand at the end of the turn, reveal it, take 1 horror. Not too terrible. Definitely sucky, but not too bad. We got 2 new creature weaknesses. Ectoplasmic Monster. It's a basic weakness. 2 fists, 2 health, 2 evade. Monster Geist trait. Hunts mystics only. It is a hunter. First time you reveal a chaos token while attacking or attempting to evade, Ectoplasmic Horror, reveal an additional token for each empty arcane slot you have. Ow. Only does 1 brain, but ow. Lurker in the Dark. Basic weakness, 3 fists, 2 health, 1 foot. Monster is a Shoggoth. Hunts guardians only. Spawn at any connecting location. Lurker in the Dark can only be attacked or damaged using a weapon, asset, or tactic events and takes 1 fewer damage for each source. He's annoying.